Hi everyone, welcome to FilmDirt. Let's talk about Fargo. It's been a while since I've seen this film now. It was made in '96. I remember liking it back then, and I've finally revisited it today. I've literally just finished watching it and I still like it the same. It's a really interesting film. Got a compelling sort of angle to it. I know it's based on a true story and I'm not too familiar with the story it's based on. I'm never desperate to seek out the story behind the movie because I don't want the real events to cloud what the movie actually brought to the screen. I like to look at the movies, in their own entity. Sometimes the real events have to be altered slightly for entertainment purposes. And this is a really serious crime covered here, and it's all lightened up by a lot of small talk and an interesting looking cast. They've all got a certain look about them, haven't they? They're quite engaging on screen. Frances McDormand, she's fantastic. I do like her acting in many of her roles, and she's great here. She's a police officer conducting her interviews and doing her job as mundane as it must be, but she is quite engaging while she does it, and she's bouncing off other actors as well who are equally doing a great job. Notably Steve Buscemi, who I think is always great as well. All the background actors are all very good. You've seen so many of these faces in other stuff, and it's a solid cast. Now, as this has been classed as quite a dark comedy, it does kind of make light at times of serious events, and that's why I find this film so engaging, almost on a Tarantino level, where there's an irrelevant conversation going on, which seems to have nothing to do with anything that you're seeing on screen, but you're quite happy to let it elapse into whatever yarn it's spiralling into. And as this crime caper just gets worse by the hour, by the day, the funny looking cast, they're becoming more expressive, aren't they, in their conversations and the antics they get up to. Some of the effects here, some of the gunshots are really quite real looking. The one in the car park where Steve Buscemi gets shot in the face or through the face, that was really clever filmmaking. You don't see too much, but you see enough of the horror, and it's completely sold. You know exactly what's just happened, and all the blood pouring everywhere kind of tells you what happened as well. I was definitely pretty engaged throughout the film, just as much as I was the first time I saw it way back. Enough time has passed that I kind of forgot some of it. I definitely wasn't expecting the guy being pushed through the wood chipper. So you never expect that, do you? But it's quite an engaging image. And I use the word engaging a lot. Very few films engage me like they used to when you first see them. But this one does, and it was well worth a revisit. So I have to give this a score. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Possibly the Coen Brothers' best film, possibly, or one that really defines what type of filmmakers they are. And I'm feeling like I want to delve into the Fargo TV series. I haven't seen it before, and I see there's 5 seasons of it, and I might just dip into it. If I find the time, of course. There's so much TV to watch, isn't there? You kind of don't know where to start. So I may come back and talk more Fargo sometime. But for now, I'm going to thank you all for joining me once again to talk movies. Catch me again soon. You can do that by liking and subscribing, just like they always say. Thanks again. All the best to you. Take care.